Most people think that when their blood sugar is high, it has to be something they ate. They'll say, if my blood sugar is up this afternoon, it must have been my lunch. But for so many adults over 45, their blood sugar is already being pushed in the wrong direction before they even think about breakfast. In fact, there's one very common morning mistake that silently sets this whole chain reaction in motion. It's a mistake so common, most people don't even realize they're doing it. And once it happens, their blood sugar often stays elevated for the rest of the day. Before we go any deeper, if you often wake up feeling tired, struggle with your fasting glucose numbers, or frequently see high blood sugar before you've even had a bite to eat, go ahead and subscribe to this channel. Everything we talk about here is focused on morning blood sugar, fasting glucose, why so many people wake up tired, and why high blood sugar before breakfast is so incredibly common. Especially after 45, here's what most people don't quite get. Your body doesn't just hit a reset button every time you eat. It follows momentum. And the strongest metabolic momentum of the entire day is created first thing in the morning. This is exactly why your morning routine matters so much. When you wake up, your body is making a huge transition from a state of rest to a state of activity. Your hormones are shifting, your nervous system is highly sensitive, your liver is releasing glucose, and your insulin sensitivity is already under pressure. Whatever signal your body receives during this critical window tends to echo for hours and hours. That's the domino effect. The mistake most people make is starting their day in a state of stress. Not dramatic, pull your hair out stress, but that subtle, low-grade stress. Rushing around, immediately checking your phone, thinking about all your problems, and skipping any kind of calm transition into the day. To your nervous system, this doesn't feel neutral. It feels like danger, Polly. Your body doesn't distinguish between emotional stress and a physical threat. Stress is stress. And stress triggers a very predictable response. When stress hormones rise early in the morning, they send a strong message to your liver. Release glucose. So, your blood sugar goes up. That part is actually normal. That's if your insulin sensitivity is already a bit reduced, which is very common for people over 45, that glucose doesn't get into your cells efficiently. So, your blood sugar stays elevated. And once that happens, the system doesn't easily reset itself. This is why so many people notice a pattern. They wake up already feeling tired. They feel rushed or anxious. They grab their phone. They feel behind before the day has even started. And then, no matter what they eat later, their blood sugar feels impossible to control. The problem didn't start with their food. It started with the very first signal their body received that day. This is the core mistake. Starting the morning in a stress-driven state. Not intentionally, not consciously, but habitually.
To ever feel like your entire day is just off right from the moment you wake up, that low energy, brain fog, irritability, and those endless cravings, well, it's not random. It's momentum, and it all starts with a single, subtle mistake you might be making every single morning. Here's what happens. As soon as you wake up, if your body receives a stress signal, it sets off a chain reaction. Stress hormones like cortisol rise. Your liver then releases glucose into your bloodstream for a quick energy boost. Normally, insulin would help your cells absorb this glucose, but under stress, insulin struggles. This leaves your blood sugar elevated, making your energy levels feel unstable and triggering even more cravings. A vicious cycle begins, and it carries you through the entire day. Most people think, oh, I'll just relax later, or eat a healthy lunch, and my body will reset. But your metabolism doesn't just hit a reset button, it follows patterns, and the most powerful pattern of the day is set first thing in the morning. When those stress hormones rise early, they don't just spike and disappear. They create a background hum that keeps your system on high alert for hours. Your liver stays ready to pump out more glucose, and your cells become less responsive to insulin. This explains a really frustrating experience so many people have. You eat a healthy breakfast, you avoid sugar, you limit carbs, you do everything you're told, and your blood sugar still climbs. You immediately blame the food, right? But the food just walked into a trap that was already set. The stress signal was sent asterisk before asterisk you even ate. The food isn't the original problem. It's reacting to the stressful state your body is already in. When your body is already in this stress-driven mode, any food, even healthy food, can become part of the problem. The glucose enters your system, but your body can't handle it efficiently. This is why you might feel worse after breakfast, sleepy, heavy, and even more foggy. Instead of feeling fueled, you feel weighed down because your body is overwhelmed. What's really tricky is that this whole process is automatic. You don't consciously choose to raise your cortisol or make your cells resistant to insulin. Your body just responds to the very first signals it gets, and stress is an incredibly powerful signal. This morning mistake is so dangerous because it's subtle, it feels normal, and it happens every day. But because it happens so early, it quietly dictates how you'll feel and function for the rest of the day. Recognizing this pattern is the first step to finally breaking the cycle.
Have you ever noticed your blood sugar feels sticky later in the day? You know, once it's up, it just refuses to come down, no matter what you do. You eat clean, you exercise, but it feels like you're fighting an uphill battle. Well, you're not alone, and your body isn't broken. The secret might lie in something you're doing every single morning. It all comes down to your nervous system. When your body perceives a threat end, this includes the psychological stress of a rushed, chaotic morning, it flips into survival mode, its top priority. Keep energy, or glucose, ready and available in your bloodstream. It stops storing it efficiently and just keeps it on standby. This is fantastic if you're running from a tiger, but not so great when you're just trying to get to work. This morning, stress response sets the tone for your entire day. It's like your body is following a script written first thing in the morning. Once that we are under threat, signal is sent. Your system stays on high alert. This makes it harder for your blood sugar to stabilize later on. Many of us try to fix this with more control. We restrict our food more, track every little thing, and double down on discipline. But here's the catch. These control-based strategies often just add more stress. This reinforces the very signal that started the problem in the first place, creating a frustrating cycle. You feel like you're doing everything right, but your blood sugar is still all over the place. Third, the problem isn't your effort, it's your timing. What makes this morning mistake so powerful isn't that it's a huge, dramatic event. It's that it's quiet, consistent, and happens every single day. That constant, low-grade stress from a reactive morning tells your body to view the whole day through that lens. Glucose stays high, your body's response to it becomes less effective, and your energy feels unstable. This is why your morning routine matters more than any single meal you eat later. You can have the perfect lunch and dinner, but if the first signal your body gets in the morning is "we are under pressure," it will prioritize that survival message all day long. In survival mode, elevated blood sugar is the name of the game. The key isn't about being perfect, it's about starting the day with a sense of calm. When your morning is calmer, your entire system behaves differently. It's a subtle shift, but it has the power to change everything. Tired of fighting high blood sugar all day? The secret might not be what you eat for lunch or dinner. It's hidden in the very first moments after you wake up. It's not about strict routines, but about how your day begins. When your morning starts calmer, your body's physiology changes. Your cortisol rises more smoothly, glucose release is better coordinated, and your insulin works more effectively. 2. This simple shift can break the domino effect of high blood sugar. You'll notice your energy is steadier, cravings are softer, and the day just feels easier. Many people find their blood sugar behaves better on calm mornings, even when eating the same foods. That's not a coincidence. It's your body responding to a different signal. So stop blaming yourself or the food you ate. Recognize that the morning sets the rhythm for the entire day. Change that rhythm, and your day will follow. If this helped, subscribe for more tips on mastering your morning blood sugar.